Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to dive into the N12 notice. So this will be just on the N12 notice. It'll only be a couple minutes. Okay, the N12 notice, if you're a tenant or a landlord, this is something you absolutely need to understand because it does get misused and abused. What is the N12 notice? The N12 notice is a legal form in Ontario used by landlords to end a tenancy because they have a family member or a purchaser of the property, which will be the family inevitably, moving into the unit. It's important to note that this notice can only be used for residential purposes, like making a unit your primary residence, not for making any kind of business thing. All right, when can the N12 be used? So when can a landlord issue an N12? Here are the key situations. The landlord, their spouse, their children, parents, in-laws need to move into that rental unit. The property has been sold and the purchaser or their close family member intends to move into that unit. It's crucial that the reason for the notice is genuine, okay? Misusing the N12, like pretending to need the property just to evict a tenant, can have some serious legal consequences, and I'll get to that a little bit later. Tenants' rights under the N12. If you're a tenant and you receive an N12 notice, here's what you need to know. Minimum notice period. There's four things. Minimum notice period. You must be given at least 60 days notice, and the termination date must align with your rental period. So if you pay rent on the first of the month or your lease is from the first of the month, then it's going to be 60 days from the first of the month. So if you receive it on the 27th of January, the 60 days doesn't start counting until the 1st of February. And then the 1st of April, March, sorry, and then April. Okay, so 60 days from your rental period. If you pay rent in the 15th of every month, and that's when your lease says the 15th of every month, then it doesn't start the 60 days till the 15th of a month, okay? Compensation, this is a big one. If you're on a lease or month to month, the landlord is required to compensate you. This means they must provide you 1 month's rent or offer you another unit that is acceptable to you. Okay, the third thing, challenging the notice. Tenants have a right to challenge a notice, the N12. If they believe the landlord's claim isn't genuine, you can file a T5 application. I'll do a video on T5s later. And I'll just title these what they are, N4, N12, T5, and there's going to be a bunch of other ones. You can file a T5 application with the Landlord-Tenant Board if you suspect bad faith, okay? Extensions, if you're moving out, or if moving out within 60 days, is difficult, you can request a hearing from the Landlord-Tenant Board to potentially extend the timeline, okay? Or you can talk to the landlord and see what he'll do. Now, the landlord has responsibilities here. 3 specifically. So listen up, landlords. Good faith requirement. You must genuinely intend to use the unit for the stated purpose. Misusing the notice can result in fines up to $50,000 for individuals and $250,000 for corporations, okay? Filing an L2 application. If the tenant doesn't agree to move out by the date specified in the N12, you need to file an L2 application with the Landlord-Tenant Board to seek an eviction order, okay? So landlords, I will do something on L2s. Follow through. The family member or purchaser must move into the unit within a reasonable time after the tenant leaves, okay? So it can't just stay vacant for a long time. I guess maybe if they're doing some work on it. What happens if the N12 is misused? Unfortunately, there are cases where the N12 is misused to evict tenants unfairly. If the landlord doesn't follow through with the stated purpose, tenants can file a complaint with the Landlord-Tenant Board. If the board finds that the N12 was served in bad faith, the tenant may be entitled to significant compensation. That's the tenant gets the compensation, plus the fines, right? This is why it's important for both landlords and tenants to document everything from notices to correspondence. I always say document everything. So there you have it. A complete breakdown of the N12 notice in Ontario. Whether you're a landlord or tenant, understanding your rights and responsibilities is key to navigating this process. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe for more tips on renting and housing. And please drop questions. I'm looking for content, so drop questions, and I want the content to be related to you. So we're here to help landlords and we're here to help tenants. My company is Sky Property Management, along with being a developer and a real estate agent and a landlord. I'm a professional actor, so you can check out my stuff. Just type in Bill McLeod actor on Google. But please subscribe and let me know. Let me know what you want for more content or things that are bothering you. I'm looking for situations to address where there's no clarity in the situation. All right, everybody, be good.